If you were at our meeting in October, you got a chance to participate in a very unusual collective community poetry writing exercise where we wrote poetry individually, one line at a time. Natalie Bernasconi has shared on the Docent website some of the wonderful verse that resulted from this unusual project. And today, members of our special interest group, the Write On Poetry Group, will bring us more of our communal, collaborative poetry writing. Write On?
Thank you, Don. And here we are again. So as Don mentioned at our October meeting, Natalie asked all of you in attendance to take a few minutes, write a couple of lines to describe your experiences at Point Lobos in an expressive way on those little 3x5 cards we left at your seats. Well, the initial reaction from those of us in the poetry group was, well, maybe we'll get a dozen or so. We collected nearly 100 submissions. What we discovered is, you are all a bunch of closet poets. Apparently smoldering in your collective brains are the many sights and sounds you experienced at Point Lobos, and you were able to quickly express them. The 7 of us, Amy, Rick, Ellen, Mary, Natalie, Derek, have compiled your poetic thoughts into one. We hope you feel the same joy that we felt when we first discovered your inspirational words. Now, we ask that you put yourselves in Point Lobos. Perhaps walking on a path, scoping, or ready to welcome visitors on a shift. Take a soft breath. You may want to close your eyes as you listen to your thoughts that blend into one continuous mosaic of sights, sounds, the various tastes and touch, and especially emotions that this special place has to offer.
A splash of yellow bloom against the blue of the bright sky. Walking on Mound Meadow Trail, I take a deep whiff and smell. Ah, life is instantly better again. I rub the soft fronds of the California sagebrush and let my knees smell my fingers. I want to smell like that. High, barely perceptible call of brown creepers as I walk down toward Whalers Cove. The fog was thick and shining. The trentifolia glowed. The scent of low tide, the coarseness of aggregating anemones, the flash of sculpin fins, the stillness of limpets, the royal purple of urchins who are boring and fascinating. Streaks of light shooting through the trees, burning off fog, brightening my day. Or is it lichen, more or less, that makes me so digress?
Tink, tink, scrape, scrape, whiff, whiff, whiff. Ghost sounds of the past, tinkerings of Kodani abalone works. Laughter carried by the wind, tumbling down the rocks by Kodani village. A tiny mushroom peeking out beneath the rotted log. Color so bright, it must have been painted by the gnome living under. The belted kingfisher sits high on the rocks in Whalers Cove. The whacking of otters breaking the silence of the early morning. The sea stretches eternally and brings us to the other side of the Pacific. Eyes closed, feeling the faint ocean breeze trace the contours of my face.
Gentle waves lapping the shoreline along the Granite Point Trail. Hear the rhythm of tides. See the shifting, deflected sunlight. Rocks, trees, and surf emerging from the fog. The distinctive call of the red-shouldered hawk as I made my way along the Mound Meadow Trail. I perk up my ears and listen to the sounds of the forest. Life is grand. Mist racing up the bluff to soothe the scorching heat of valleys far away. Tourists on the highway, an omen in the bone of death's tremendous nearness. Entering Point Lobos gives a peace like holding a newborn baby. Excited, new to pup watch at stormy China Cove Beach, hearing crashing waves, quivering body of a mother in labor at the water's edge, carried away by the next wave. Relief at seeing her nose to nose with healthy pup the next day. Off one, lines formed, crowds crowding, seeking room for elbows and more. A forest path muffles, yields a release, finding solitude atop rocky perch. A mind sends boat 15,000 kilometers to unseen shores. Cormorant guano, once my delight, yet reminds me of the beauty and abundance of nature's delight.
Lovely lines of fog cascade along the placid shore. Herons fledge high above the forest floor. Shaking cormorants bob in the sun. The blue throats shine in advertisement of breeding. Sound of water in a cave, barking, sea lions. I reach to touch the sage, rubbing the narrow leaves, releasing the beloved scent on my fingers. I inhale deeply. Fresh and bright, senses of smell and sight, peace and calm, sense of feeling. Nature bringing peace and solitude fills us up with joy.
Do you hear the barking? Where are they? I can't see them. Oh, wow. They're so big, so many. Where are they? Upon entering this magical place, I'm quickly transformed into a state of quiet contemplation, transcending my previous life to be mesmerized by the breeze working its way through the enchanting forest and carrying the scent of marine delight just around the bend. Warm sun, light breeze, voices, rough rock underfoot, kelp smell, hermit crabs moving through wet, cold. Purple spiked urchins tucked into their self-created holes, a safe tub of water in which to wait for the tide to turn. Salt water sends fresh and clean air to my nose and brain. Oh, so delicious. A unique odor, fresh, clean, and alive, not what I'm used to in the city. The stress melts away. Sounds at Point Lobos bring joy. Birds, whales, wind, sea, leaves, grasses, and guests, words of joy and amazement. A surprising warmth greets my face. The sun mixes with the salt air taste. Oh, what a glorious day. Then, after 5 p.m., tourists have left. Nature's creatures return.
The morning light filtered through the trees warms my hungry heart. The scent of blooming ceanothus, silence pierced by birdsong, sound of waves grounds me back to earth. Cool, moist droplets cling to my hair and eyelashes as a soft, breathy breeze blows from the sea to shore where I pause, watching waves toss watery kisses into the air. Sand, salt spray, sea song saying, stay. powerful waves to take your breath away and make you feel more present than ever. Giant kelp methodically swaying above the sea foam wraps a raft of otters in a comforting embrace of safety. The raft of otters relays hope that humans can come together. Sea lions bark while visitors squeal with joy, a scoper's delight. Always feeling good that I'm a docent, rewarded by smiling faces and thank yous as guests walk off with memories.
The sights and sounds of Point Lobos take me from this troubled world to a world of beauty. The fresh scent of pine, the acrid stink of guano, the cry of the birds, the rhythm of the waves, the colors of the flowers, the movements of the lace lichen, the glistening sun filtering through the kelp forest. The sea wolves call me to the seashore. Sea mist nurtures my body hungry for the moisture. I stand at Sea Lion Point and take a deep breath. The cool, moist air fills my lungs. Oh, they look like rocks. The joys of scoping, the power of magnification. The kingfisher spots an enticing morsel, darts off to grab it. Moments later, back on its perch, alert for the next passing fish, and a headfirst plunge. Fog so thick it tastes salty on your tongue. The air is crisp as biting into a new cold crop apple. A soft, silent murmur of the sea. A silence only punctuated by the warble of a winged angel.
Thank you.